Hey Gemini Cancers, welcome into your Scorpio season energy reading here at Cusp of Roses. I thank you guys so much for tuning in, being here, and for all your love and support. Every like, every comment, every hype, I really appreciate those, and your subs and shares, I really am grateful for. And special shout out to all my channel members tuning into this particular message early and ad-free. If you want to become a member of the channel, that link to join is in the description box below, or you can hit that join button next to subscribe if you see it. Okay, Gemini Cancer. First and foremost, you have a bonus Scorpio season reading available to all channel members, okay, that I did for you a while ago. And then was guided to keep it over there. And then you almost had a second bonus reading because I ran out of storage halfway through a message, but I'm going to try to re-channel from that message because it seems to be very important. Maybe it's a message that somebody doesn't want you to hear because it could create some sort of tower in their world, or break off some sort of something, bind or access they have to you. But I'm going to do my best right now, all right? Let me get your incense lit. I hope you guys are doing well. My other one just went out, so let's get you a fresh one here. When I tell you I was smack dab halfway through that message, halfway. So what I was getting for you here, Gemini Cancers, is there is an ace coming your way. There's an ace coming your way here in Scorpio season that you are going to have to keep quiet about. This is going to be a ace energy that is going to, okay, I just heard separate the wheat from the tare, okay, cream from the crop, rise to the top. Is that how you say that? Some sort of sifting. It's going to help you sift through some energies, connections, agreements, relationships, partnerships that you maybe have been in a bit of a conflict with, like people who've been a little iffy with you and in your energy. All that's going to get sorted out here when this ace shows up, okay? And I'm kind of getting the feeling I was very specific about which ace it was, and maybe that's why the reading kind of got cut off, because I don't know that I meant to say that. So I'm just going to say it's an ace. If it shows up in the reading, it'll show up in the reading. But that's the most important. You are going to have to be very discerning about who you share this good news, good information, or energy with, okay? Because it seems like you have been not really stepping into the fullness of who you are because you don't want to be viewed a certain way. You don't want other people to look at you a certain way, and or you're altering yourself based off the commentary, or I'm hearing slick comments, sly comments, like backhanded compliments of others, okay? And that is centered around a Queen of Swords energy within you. And I'm going to try to pull the messages that I had from the other reading. Your intuition shows up here as a Queen of Swords. So your ability to see the truth, despite what someone's saying to you or not saying to you, is a gift and a skill that you've been given, but you've pushed off to the side because somebody has either called you mean, sharp, or stern, or that kind of tone, okay? Any other adjectives to give off that energy. And I think it's something that the divine is trying to get you to embrace about who you are. And it seems to be the last queen for you to master so that you can step into your full Empress energy, if that has been a bit of a struggle, okay? And I'm hearing something's already shifted, so maybe that's why I'm having to do this reading again. Okay, show me here, divine. Thank you so much for tapping me in a little bit deeper into the Gemini Cancer cusp, collective energy, and Gemini Cancer placements, divine. Tell me a little bit more about what's going on here. What does Gemini Cancer need to know about this ace coming in? Y'all. Period. Period. Thank you. Thank you. I'm over here going like, oh, what is going on with Gemini Cancers? Exactly. Now, I'm not going to say if this was the ace or not. Pero, tis an ace. Okay. I'm tapping into something. I'm giving clarity around something that you're going to experience here in Scorpio season, and you need to be ready and prepared for, Gemini Cancer. Okay. The Three of Wands, I can't make it up. It's coming in. It's on the way. And you've got Temperance here. Okay. Thank you. You are learning the art of communication in Scorpio season. You could have a Mercury in Scorpio, or Scorpio could be your third house. So how you think and communicate could be very Scorpionic. And not a lot of people can handle that. It often comes off too harsh, too crass, too deep, you know, but you get to the truth. And that's what people have a hard time dealing with. Oh, thank you, Divine. Oh, that's nice. It's not you, Gemini Cancer. It's the truth that you get to. It's how you see things. It's how you say things. It's what you're able to pick up on that people feel some type of way about. This feels like masks that are falling off or have already fallen that you need to remember were once there. Okay? Because it could be a mask behind a mask. Like you might have thought someone's mask fell off, but they're still wearing one. Okay? But you are learning the art of clarity and communication. Because yes, there is a way to say things, right? There's a tone, there's an energy, there's a vibe. There's a way to communicate without having to cause chaos, without having to hurt or harm. You can get your point across and it still be digestible. Okay, now whether or not somebody can digest truth is not your problem, period. That's between them and source, them and the universe, them and their higher power, them and themselves. That's not a battle that you should get into if somebody can't handle or digest a truth. Nonetheless, I think you haven't been speaking your truth or haven't been authentic in your communication because you're afraid of what someone's going to say, or you don't want to look mean, or, you know, it's something around that that's very significant here for you that I think you're going to start integrating in Scorpio season as, yes, yeah, there's a time and a place and a way to speak, but you shouldn't hold back what you need to say. You also shouldn't let people play in your face, Gemini Cancer. If you know somebody's covert with you, or there is that energy that was from the message I was trying to do earlier for you, that there's some sort of covert competition happening that's being disguised with like a smile in the face, but deep down this person feels jealous of you, competitive with you, envious of you. But this might be somebody that you often vent to, lean into, share with. So, and again, I was getting that energy transfer. So thank you, Divine. That must be very important. Somebody sees things kind of stabilizing for you, or you're building and growing in a certain way. They try to do some sort of energy swap with you, especially if they're not experiencing that same kind of growth and stability, to where everything you were working on, getting habits around, building or creating, dismantles, or it falls off, or like you were getting on some sort of routine and then you fall off of it. That might not necessarily be all you. Okay. Okay. What else? Thank you, Divine. The Two of Cups. You got to be mindful of, Ace of Cups. There's a second ace. You got to be mindful of how you are. Thank you, Divine. What energy you're carrying and how you're interpreting it. Because there's something about something you're internalizing that's actually keeping you out of balance. Clarify here, Divine. Thank you. Yeah, I can't make it up. 10 of Swords. Six of Cups. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, this is like wounds of the past here, Gemini Cancer. You might have had a lot of people say mean things about you or try to make you out to be the mean one or the nasty one or whatever the case may be. And that might not really be the case. Now, again, especially if this was like in your youth, we all got to learn and grow. We all have to master our voice, right? So you could have been very like blunt and just, this is what it is, this is what I feel, this is what I see. And then, oh, don't say that. Oh, that's not nice. Oh, don't mean. So then you're kind of curbing yourself a little bit because you don't want to, again, you don't, something about being mean. I don't know. I don't know what that is and what that's about. Let me know in the comments. But it's definitely from your past. And I think you're being given an opportunity to heal. Yeah. Because something about being a communicator is essential to you being an empress. Now, mind you, we all have masculine and feminine within. I could be talking to a masculine, talking to a feminine. Take it as it resonates, okay? Don't get too caught up in gender when it comes to tarot. It's just energy. Yeah. Six of Pentacles. It's learning how to get your point across in a way that still holds love and holds space. Okay? But I think you've been swallowing some truth here that's about to like regurgitate up and needs to come out. Clarify this Ace of Swords. Oh my God, that hurt. Ow. Yeah, the Magician just fell on the floor. Mind you, the Magician is connected to all the aces. So 4 Cups, right? And the Tower. I can't make it up. I was also getting in the message I tried to do for you that these kind of covert competition type energies, if you really knew how they felt, you wouldn't talk to them. You wouldn't share anything with them. And they know that, which is why they hide it. Because it almost seems like this person needs to be in the know of your life so they have something to compare theirs to. They got to know what new thing you got going on. What are you trying? What is this? So that they can go and do it. Again, it feels like this is somebody who covertly has disrupted your nervous system in some way or your energy, and that's destabilized some sort of routine program that you're trying to kind of create for yourself. Okay? Some of y'all are going to know who this is. Others of y'all, this might be revealed to you in this season, okay? Clarify the 3 of Wands. What's this truth coming in? The World. Some of y'all might be trying to figure out that line of what do I share, what don't I share, what's too much, what's not enough. Something about privacy. How to be private and public at the same time. Maybe some of y'all are public figures, or you might have a following, or you might be like do something on social media. I'm kind of getting that. It's 10 of Pentacles, right? What I'm loving about this energy is you're going to find that balance, Gemini Cancer. Because there's a way of sharing without oversharing. There's no harm in being quiet around some people and talkative around others. People might call that fake. People might want to say whatever it is. No, it's discernment. It's absolute discernment. Just because somebody wants to know doesn't mean that they should know, and doesn't mean that you should share. And I think you've had, thank you, Divine, you've had that strong sense of discernment, but it's been smothered or compressed a little bit in you because, again, somebody maybe called you mean, or, oh, maybe somebody did call you fake or whatever. So you're trying to circumvent being looked at that way, but you're sacrificing your authenticity in yourself. And so I think that's what the Divine is trying to come in to help you balance. I can't make it up. Judgment. Okay. So this looks like change that you are going to make in Scorpio season that's going to benefit you. And definitely all that you're trying to grow for yourself. Because look at all of you. You got the 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Right. The Hierophant now wanted to come out in reverse. I think that there is room and space for you to do something a little different, a little against the norm, a little against the grain, not what everyone else does. It's okay to be anti-tradition when it comes to whatever this is for you, Gemini, Cancer. Maybe it's two-sided. Maybe you're also doing a little bit of comparison, which is pushing you to be a little less authentic, because you might be looking at what other people are doing and how people are responding. So you're trying to get that same, you know what I mean? Like trying to be in trend when maybe you're a trendsetter. Like that could be the energy you're navigating here in Scorpio season. The more you do you, the freer you're going to feel, the more grounded you're going to be. But there's something about discernment here, Gemini, Cancer, around who to talk to and who not, and what to share and what not to share. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, right? And then there's the Empress. Which makes me feel like the wheel isn't upright because you're still trying to discern those connections and those energies around you. So something can't fully shift until you get that sorted out. And hopefully that's what's coming with this Ace of Swords. That kind of clarity. And a third ace, y'all. I can't make it up. I cannot. And this being under the 6 of Cups tells me that you've gotten ace energy before. And whatever you were supposed to move forward or shift with that ace energy got stopped because of oversharing or some sort of outside energy here. Okay, clarify the Horseman of Swords, Knight of Swords energy. Thank you. Queen of Swords. I can't make it up. That's exactly what I was sensing. And you got the Hermit at the bottom. Discernment, 7 of... I can't... Okay, period. All right. In Scorpio season, Gemini, Cancer, you are going to have to unleash your Queen of Swords. Unchain her, pull her out of whatever captivity, whatever you've been kind of containing her in. Let her out, because she's going to cut through all of this confusion and this emotional conflict that you're having that isn't meant to be there. It kind of feels, yeah, it's like foreign to your truth or foreign to your energy. It's not meant to be there. But it's there because you believe. Oh, thank you, Divine. You believed what someone else said about you. Okay, Ace of Swords, 4 of Cups, Divine. King of Pentacles in reverse. Then that destabilized you. I can't make it up. You got the King of Wands here too. Clarify the 3 of Wands with the World. 5 of Wands. Like I said, somebody's in that covert, competitive energy with you. And it's time to bring an end to that, because I almost think you've been letting it slide. Thank you, Divine. You've been peeping it. You've been peeping it, but you've been letting it slide because you don't want to think like that. You don't want to assume. It's not assumption. It's your intuition telling you something, Gemini, Cancer. Temperance with the 10 of Pentacles. The 7 of Swords. In order to maintain your 10 of Pentacles, you're going to have to, again, heighten your discernment The Magician. Just as I say that, you're going to have to heighten your discernment. Something about what's more important. Maybe this is a bit of like people pleasing that you're still working through here. Four of Wands, yeah. Thank you, Divine. Don't let outside opinion dictate how you live your life, Gemini Cancer, or how you show up. So what? Let people think what they want to think. Let people say what they want to say. That's fine, but don't absorb it as truth. Because you know what? I feel like you're giving that Hierophant energy to people who can't hold that status. Like they must know something I don't know. You know you. All you need to know is in you. You got to unlock that. People outside of you can't tell you again who you are because they can't live in your body. Maybe that's it. Somebody like, if they could, they might want to live in your body. They might want to be in your skin. They might want to live your life. And that's where all this energy is coming from. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, the Ten of Swords is betrayal. And the Emperor. Yikes. Yeah, that's that authority. I think you have to check in with your authority. Who has authority over you? Who are you giving authority to? When it comes to how you think about yourself, how you view your life, how you view the world. Who's in that reign? Like who are you giving that crown to? Because it might be the wrong person or the wrong people or the wrong entity, the wrong energy, the wrong, oh, I just heard systems, the wrong systems. Okay, clarify the Six of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, right. So there's something familiar about this Ace of Pentacles, okay, that the divine is bringing back around for you to learn from the past, Six of Cups. That's meant to help you get past some sort of plateau that you might be experiencing. Because I think you've worked your way to the Ten of Pentacles at one point, and then something happened that then kind of knocked you out of balance or kind of pushed you down a little bit. Or made you lose a couple pentacles. So now you're at the 7, or you've been at the 7. Here comes the Ace to get you to the 8, and then you get to the 9, and then you're back at the 10. So you're not that far off from getting back to that 10 of Pentacles, which also feels like it has a 10 of Cups attached to it. 3 of Cups, right. The more you celebrate the Queen of Swords in you, which again I was getting is a representation of your intuition, the more at peace and the more ease you're going to find in your own skin or in your own sense of self. Clarify the Six of Pentacles with this 7 of Cups. Thank you. And that fell on the 7 of... I can't make it up. And that fell on the 7 of Swords. It's like, by muzzling the Queen of Swords, you kind of cut off your own star power. Maybe even your connection to Source, because again, it's coming through as a representation of your intuition. So you've low-key kind of cut off your connection to Source. And that's what's leaving the door open for this 7 of Cups, some sort of emotional conflict, or too many opinions, or having to manage the emotions of too many different people. Because I don't want this person to feel like that, and I don't want them to feel this way, and then it's too wrapped up in what everyone else feels and too disconnected from what you feel. Ace of Cups. And what you feel lies with the Queen of Swords. You have some truth to speak, or it's something about your discernment, or again your intuition, that you're being called to stand in, regardless of how it makes people feel or what it looks like. Come on now. And you got your Queen of Cups. Because at the end of the day, Gemini, Cancer, for whoever this is going to resonate for, the people who genuinely know you, genuinely love you, understand where you're coming from when you're in that Queen of Swords energy. They're not going to take offense to that. People who don't know you will take offense to it. But don't let the people who don't know you dictate who you are. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's kind of giving to know me is to love me. So if you feel some type of way about me, it's because you don't really know me. And I kind of feel like that's the ground you need to stand on in Scorpio season. All right, let's see how the divine is showing up for you. Where are you at in all this energy here, divine? Thank you. For Gemini, Cancers dealing with this. How are you showing up? How are you guiding them through it? Okay, showing up in partnership with you, in love, right? Yeah, it's your mountain to climb, Gemini, Cancer. You're being guided by your inner light, by the divine, by your temperance, angels and ancestors, okay? To overcome this challenge, and you know who's at the top of that mountain? This Queen of Swords in you. Okay? Right, and this could be something that definitely deals with family. Yeah, you got the Lion and you got the River. And the Candle, thank you. I was just about to say you could have been the light in a dark situation, in the sense of there's something traditional or generational of maybe like sweeping things under the rug. Maybe you come from that kind of familial background or culture where you don't talk about things, you just kind of move on like it never happened. And that could have bugged you from a very long time. So it's like in your adult life, you speak on what you feel, you say what it is. And there is a balance and there is a temperance kind of a vibe to that, right? Because you definitely don't want to hurt or harm someone, but you got to get your truth out. So figuring out how to do so, maybe without the emotional charge or, that kind of a thing. It's very, very delicate. It's a delicate balance when you're dealing with truth like that, okay? But I think you are on path or on par to master that within yourself. Or you have the courage and the strength to do it, okay? Yeah, it's like you've seen how not speaking your mind, not sharing how you feel has kind of disrupted people. And it's like you're not willing to do that, but I think you might have dipped into doing that for a little while. And it's time to kind of get back to what you know in your heart is needed and necessary in order for you to be that Empress energy, okay? Yeah, there's something about integrating that Queen of Swords that's very significant here for you, Gemini, Cancer, okay? Tell me more about this Otter's energy, divine. Thank you. Right. Because it almost feels like I either say how I feel and somebody might be mad at me or might feel some type of way, so I kind of lose out on that closeness or that love, or I don't say how I feel and I get that acceptance. I'm always there on the side to say how you feel. If you gotta muzzle yourself to be accepted by somebody, that ain't it. You gotta sweep things under the rug just for somebody to be around you or talk to you or deal with you, that's not it. It ain't even worth it. It just ain't worth it. Because guess where all that swept under the rug is gonna infest you. And that's self-sacrifice, okay? Now, again, I feel like I gotta keep saying it because people nowadays struggle with nuance. They struggle with nuance, child. Of course, there's a time and a place and a way to do something. I'm not saying just shoot off the hip crazy and not think about what you're about to say, but don't shy away from speaking your truth just because it might push someone away from you. Because if they can't handle the truth, they probably shouldn't be that close to you in the first place. I don't care who that is. Period. Because your mind and your heart has to be in alignment. That's what's important. Anybody who wants your head and your heart to not be on the same page, don't care about you, boo. Whoever I'm talking to, like, nah. I'm not going to say they don't care. They don't care as much as they try to put on. And that's really just them protecting their ego, because they probably can't handle hearing truth from you. Could hurt more than hearing it from someone else. So again, even if it's like, well, they taught, they let so-and-so talk to them. It's something about you and your dynamic with these people or this person where, and that's it, because you're going to point it out. They can hide with other people. They can't hide with you. But that's what maybe makes the energy you hold or how you go about things so special or unique. Yeah, the bow with the waterfall. Yeah. And the whale. You've already stepped into the courage to change the behavioral pattern, change the generational energy, okay? The generational habit, I guess we could call it. You've already stepped into that. I think you kind of dipped back away from it, and it's time to kind of step back into it. And you might have to dig deep for this here, Gemini Cancer. Because I think at the end of the day, certain people are going to distance themselves from you or might not be able to handle it or whatever the case may be. And that could hurt. But again, to have people around who can't handle your raw feelings or how you really feel or, yeah, it's like, again, probably shouldn't be that close to you. And I think that's what has to be sorted through before this Wheel of Fortune can turn upright, okay? Clarify the river. Because you got the river and the waterfall. It's a lot of flow. I'm trying to tell you, because something's trying to grow. I think you're getting back to your happiness or getting back to a state of happiness, because that's just a state of mind. But there's definitely been some sort of external, maybe even familial energy or friendship energy or community energy that's made you second guess what you thought was your happy state. Or, yeah, something made you second guess yourself. And that's pulled you out of alignment a little bit. But I think Scorpio season is going to get you right back where you need to be. Okay? Yeah, with the bow. Yeah, you're going to go right back where you need to. So work on that Queen of Swords. Let the Queen of Swords out the cage. Right, period. Period. And then you'll have your castle. Then it's like, that's where the divine is trying to get you to or back to. All right, Gemini Cancer, so glad I got this out. I really do hope that this provides some sort of clarity or confirmation for whoever needed it. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate y'all. And if you made it this far in the message, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can tune into the readings, know when they're dropped, and I can also pick up on your energy for these messages. I thank y'all for that. All right, again, all the links you need to connect for personal readings or my website or the merch store, all of that linked in the description box below. Make sure you check that out, and I'll see you all in our next one. Love you lots. Namaste.